I've been kind of tinkering on this thing all day today. My goal was to put a PCV valve in it. So in order to do that, I had to cobble together some parts, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But I just had to pull the draft tube out of it, and well, I think I know why it's smoking. Come over here, and yes, I hooked ratchet strap to a tree. That thing was so in there, and this just came out. See, I kind of had to yank on it. If you look, can't really see in there, but it's the old draft tube. Well, that's a spark plug wire that I'm gonna need here in a second. But you go down in there, I don't think she was venting too much. That's probably our smoking issue. I'm gonna get that cleaned out, and then I'm actually gonna install, so here, it's kind of a weird shape, but this is a freeze plug that should fit that hole. And within that, I have a little bung. That bung, so this is just a regular freeze plug that I drilled out, got this bung in there, and then this will go, PCV valve will go in there like that. Pull a line from there up over to the manifold, and we got to seal this valve cover with a vent on the cap, and we should be good to go. I'm gonna clean this out, and I'll get back to you when I get that in. Okay, got that freeze plug flush pounded in there. Now I just gotta, it's a little bit of a tight fit with the way that I drilled it out, so I'm gonna have to lube this up with some WD-40 and wiggle that into that O-ring in there, but looks pretty good so far. Let's do that, and I'll be right back. I don't have a camera stand with me, so I just gotta do it and then bring you back in once it's done. Alrighty, we're back on the 216 trying to figure out this, getting rid of this draft tube. It's been a week. The last part you saw I did on 4th of July weekend, so couldn't find all the parts I needed and was just kind of in a general rush, and well, it didn't work out very well. So we got the hard part done, which was getting that seal in, as you saw. Now I've got some extremely expensive 3/8 line here to go from there to the intake. Got that. I got our valve cover, which, if you're looking at it, this has got to be completely sealed. You can vent, there's 3 vents on the tops of these 216 valve covers. You can weld them shut, or you could do what I did and just shove a bunch of JB weld in there, and it took 5 minutes and it was good to go. Also, had to get it's really ugly chrome, I know, but vented oil cover, cap thingamabobber, vented oil cover, a vented oil cap that fits. So I got that, just an Edelbrock one off the shelf from O'Reilly's. And then I got a couple fittings here for, a couple fittings for the intake over there. There we go. Now, get this valve cover back on, and hopefully this helps with the smoking problem that we've been dealing with. Now, the size of this port on the intake, I didn't know exactly what it was. I took a guess. Everything I found online said it was 3/8, but that looked too big. And so I went with 1/4, but I'm already thinking, I'm just gonna put that down there, that even this might be too big. I think it's gonna be 3/8. Go get the correct fitting. Unfortunate. Well, be right back. Alrighty, we're back, and this time I think hopefully we have the correct fitting. I think it's a 1/8 pipe fitting. It sure is. So we got a 1/8 to 3/8 barb, elbow that is. Oh, I don't have I need a tool to cut this with. I don't have a knife down here. There might be something over there. Alright, she's running. Let's this engine's sounding pretty noisy, but it may just be me. Got 15-ish pounds oil pressure. Well, it's running. It sounds a little noisy, which is strange, but That may just be me working on a bunch of other stuff. I haven't heard this thing run in a while. So let's take it around the block, get some temperature in it, see what happens. I think she's definitely gained a little bit of idle. A couple, maybe 50 RPM on idle, but we'll take it around the block, and we may have to retune the carb. Well, we will have to retune the carb, but let's go get this thing hot, see what happens. It's almost already up to temp, but we'll see. Little field mouse came running out at the bottom of it. That's always good. That's how you know your cars are well maintained. Hopefully this stops most of the smoke that we were getting in here. This thing drives and runs better than it has since I've owned it. The last couple weeks, we really getting her dialed in. So far so good. I don't see much smoke at all in here. Still a smell of old car, but it's definitely not smoking, which is good. Alrighty, here we go. Let's see. Doesn't look to be a wisp of smoke out of anywhere. That down there is doing good. Nothing out of the breather cap. Intake looks good. Oh, that is hot. And there's a bunch of smoke coming out of there now that that's open. But it looks pretty good in my humble opinion. Well, I think that solved our smoke inhalation problem now. We just got to get seals all the way around this thing and make it so we don't get any water in there. But now I think it's actually safe to drive. I mean, I wouldn't drive it with the windows up, but I think it looks good. New tires look good. It drives a whole lot better. You can actually sit inside the cab without, well, dying, so that's a plus. That cap is not the best fit. I could see it leaking some smoke as we sit here, but seems to work just fine for me. Ideal. That is ideal. Alrighty, we got some welding to do. Get the exhaust fixed up on Saguaro Sally. Every time you drive it, you get a raging headache in about 5 minutes. And I've been daily driving it all week, so I've lost a lot of brain cells. But in order to do that, gotta get these out of the way. So this, that Land Cruiser back there, hopefully it'll run. We're having some issues with it. I think it's getting air in the fuel and it's causing a whole bunch of issues. This thing runs okay. Okay enough, I guess, but that thing over there is causing all sorts of problems. So let's get these moved out, get the other ones, get Saguaro Sally moved in. Let's get some fans set up and air this bay out before I die. Okay, to start, I'll show you one of the major problems we gotta fix right now. First things first is, you see that bolt is kind of backed out of there? There's a big gap there, and we're just blowing exhaust fumes into here. Huge exhaust leak out of there. So we're blowing exhaust fumes and it's all getting swirled straight into that cab, giving me a massive headache. I don't know what I was doing here. I don't remember doing this, but I fixed one bolt on there, obviously, with a hardware store bolt, and then that one looks to be original. I'm not sure what's going on there. That may just be loose, or it may be thread stripped. I don't know. So we're gonna try to pull that out, pull that bolt off over there. We're gonna drop the exhaust so we can do some welding on it, because we're gonna unbolt all that so we could weld in some pipes in the back and try to fix what I, rushed to get done the first time. And we're gonna kind of put another Band-Aid over it for now until I can just bring this thing to a shop and somebody can just make me a full exhaust. But is what it is. We're gonna get to it. Let's I got this completely disconnected, and that bolt was barely hanging on there, so I think it just walked itself loose. But that being said, there we go. We're gonna ignore these welds and the weld I'm about to do, but we're going to take this and weld on something like so. I don't even know if you can see. There we go. Something like so. Get that thing kicked out and down and out of the car. Nothing fancy. Cheap O'Reilly pipes, and we'll make it work. So let's get, first things first, this thing on here. Okay, manifold back in, exhaust is on, and I've decided, just because it's gonna be the easiest thing to do, I'm just gonna do exactly what it was before and take some baling wire and, wire that thing up. I'm gonna take some of this right here and just go to town with it. It's not right, but I don't want to weld it solid, because then it will just crack, and I don't want, it'll get a full exhaust. I'll take it to a shop at some point, but that little kicker there will be enough to get the exhaust out the side of the car and not inside the car, plus that leak fixed. Hopefully I stop getting headaches. Alrighty, everything's hooked back up. It's all hung underneath. Let's see what it sounds like. Hopefully it doesn't sound terrible. Again, I don't have it set up correctly with the hangers. I'm gonna have to actually do hangers, but we'll see. Not bad, and I can hear that exhaust leak is gone. Go. Sounds like it may need a valve job. My water pump also may be not happy. It's a little ticky under here, but not bad. Especially if I close this, maybe it'll be better. Not even a little bit, but definitely sounds meaner back here. And the exhaust is all the way wafting over here, so we're gonna back this out, take it for a drive, see how it goes. Well, it's been a couple weeks since the last clip you saw, and I actually daily drove Sally for about a week and a half to the grocery store, to work, to everywhere I drove, and it was significantly better with that exhaust fixed, especially without it smoking. So if you have a 216 or even some of the 235s with the downdraft tube, I highly suggest removing it and putting in a PCV system. It's so much nicer. I know videos have kind of been sparse lately due to weather. We've had a lot of rain and a lot of heat kind of mixed in together, so I haven't been working on stuff too much, or if I have, it's just not been video worthy. And there's another project, something big coming up on the in the future here, that I'm gonna have to start putting some actual real money away, not what the couple hundreds of dollars I've been spending here and there on these things. This next one's gonna be a money hole, pretty much, money pit. So we're gonna be putting some money away for that, and you'll see that here soon. That's gonna be a whole project, body work and engines and transmissions and a whole lot. And it may come before the 69. We need to get back on the 69. I'm just waiting for the weather to cool off, so maybe another month or two until I get down to that, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you for watching, and keep a lookout for the next video.